We loved a bike ride. And I noticed that some of the riding I used to be able to do that was pretty easy, I couldn't do anymore.
You could just tell that things were getting, it was more difficult for him to be as active. His whole body was sort of shutting down pretty fast.
I saw my dad go through this. I saw my brother go through it. And I thought, well, we'll just cross the bridge when we get there.
It's a good bond. And I thought it was meant to be. We didn't meet till later in life. So I think, there was a reason. It's hard because you have to think about if you want kids and what you're going to do. And I think that is probably one of the biggest impacts if you know early on what you're going to do for your future if you have a family.
PKD is a very common disease. It affects 1 in every 600 people approximately. We know the genes that cause the disease, so it runs in families. If one of your parents has it, you have a 50% chance of getting it. The hallmark of PKD is that cysts form throughout the kidney, and most of the patients eventually need to go on to dialysis or get a kidney transplant. That's really the only long-term solution that we have. And those solutions, as we know, are not permanent solutions. And a lot of people can't get the transplants they need. And I've spoken to many, many people and patients who have unfortunately lost family members because of PKD. This is an amazing time for PKD research. So we're using stem cells from patients with polycystic kidney disease and other kidney diseases to regenerate new tissues from their own body. The idea there is that in the long term, we may be able to grow not just little mini kidney organoids, but potentially new kidneys or enough functional kidney tissue that the patients could use those for a transplant. Because even though they say that a transplant is a match, the only true match for a person is going to be their own tissues. If we can create an organ, such as a kidney, for these patients from these cells, then we could do so on demand, and the patient could have that organ for the rest of their lives. We're going to look back at this time when we used to take transplants from other people, and we're going to see that as, I think, a historical artifact. The Northwest Kidney Centers is really a special organization. What it does is a lot more than just dialyze patients. It's an awareness organization, it's a research organization, and I think there's very few organizations like that that bring together patients and physicians and scientists in the same way. Every day people come into my office and show me something completely new that excites me and gives me hope for this type of research and for research in general.
I think really research offers patients hope, truly.